I want you, the YouTube viewer, to be able to explore my hardcore world the same way you would want to be able to explore Middle-earth. And to continue working towards that goal, I'm gonna build a mystical forest. For the first build, we're gonna need all these items, but I actually have almost all of them in my storage system already. So we only need to go get a couple things. And I'm gonna start by running my moss farm. Using this moss, we can create all the mossy cobblestone that we need. The last thing we need that I don't already have in my storage system are brown candles. And to get the brown dye, I'm gonna need to get some green dye so that I can combine it with the red dye that I already have. Okay, cactuses attained. Now to smelt them up. Wait, why isn't the recipe working? No way! Google lied to me. Oh my god, it's a suggestion. Okay, let's just go get cocoa beans. At least these were pretty easy to find. And that's the last thing we need to start building. This is our build site, a small island located very close to my main base. And I can't wait to turn it into something really incredible. But first, I'm gonna set up a beacon. Now, I'm going to clear some space to start building in. I should have probably thought about this, but this beacon is placed horribly and it's in the way of like half the build, so it's gonna have to go. I already love how this build looks, but we need to add a couple finishing touches. This first build is my second favorite of all the ones we're gonna do today. But compared to the last one, it's nothing. Next, I'm gonna build the first mountain I ever designed in World Edit. Because even though it's not perfect, it has a special place in my heart and I want to immortalize it in my hardcore world. And I think this also adds some nice texture to the surface of the island. Our next build is actually pretty small, but it requires all these random items. So there's going to be a lot that we have to go get. These are the items that we already have, and these are the ones we still need. It's all coral. There's only one coral reef that I know of in my world, and it's really far. This took me over an hour to find. This project is getting pretty big, and having more speed beacons would be super helpful. So let's go kill some withers. And now, for the moment of truth. To fill in all this open space with trees, I'm gonna need a lot of azalea leaves. So with the power of editing, I'm gonna snap my fingers and fill all of these shulkers with leaves. Wow, just like magic.
Acting.
Now let's build some trees. I'm gonna start by mapping out roughly what I want the tree to look like with the basic trunk, and then we're gonna go back through and expand it. I love how these trees look at night, especially now that I filled in all the rest. And now we're finally ready to move on to our main build. To make things a bit easier for myself, I'm going to split this build into 2 parts. And part 1 is the mountain. I chose to use a gradient for this mountain, so we're going to have to collect all these blocks. This is going to take a while. What are you looking at? Okay, here's all the snow we need. We're all done with the snow. If you're wondering where the snowman went, stop wondering that. He left of his own free will and is in a better place now. And that is the end of that story. There's something pretty tough about getting this particular block. I have no idea why, but going down this super long passage with my Elytra felt insanely stressful. I've never popped a totem in this world, but there I was actually afraid that I might... The last material that we need is calcite. Unfortunately, I have an amethyst geode that's right next to my base that I haven't cleared out yet. The second part of this build is a small river with an arch and then a bunch more trees. And that's going to take a whole different set of materials, so let's go get them. Right after I finished gathering all the items, I realized that my world was about to hit 1,000 days. So I took a second to watch the sun rise and think about all the things I was excited to make in the next 1,000 days. 1,000 days, let's go! Finally! That looks pretty nice. Alright, let's get back to the build. To tie this build together, I'm going to create a small dock and then link it to the rest of the builds with a path. Looks pretty good. And just like that, we're done. If you've made it this far in the video, you may as well subscribe. Check out my Patreon for downloads of my builds, and I'll see you next time.